morning everybody, Trish Palmer here, Limestone Coast Master Hypnotherapist, and welcome to Convincers and Deepeners. Please give me some love hearts, guys, give me some comments, let me know that you're out there. Oh, love hearts, love hearts, love hearts, yay! Keep hitting those love hearts. So, today I'm going to be teaching you some Convincers and Deepeners, so stick around. I'm actually going to be taking you through some of the stuff. So if you want to have some hypnosis done on you here today, then please join on in, okay? So let's first go through what is a convincer. A convincer is something that helps convinces the client about the power of the mind. This is also done with suggestibility tests, but I'm going to talk about more of that later on. A deepener helps your client to relax deeper into trance. There are different ways that deepeners can be done. We have a lot of analytical clients in today's society that simply go, no, I can't be hypnotized. And there's a lot of people that have had trust issues and things like that. And they're like, no, I can't relax. Because for some reason, they think that you're going to take over their mind. But you're not going to. You're just helping them to relax so they can take over their own mind. That's what hypnosis is. All hypnosis is self-hypnosis. So we have a numeric hypnotic deepener. These are the most common deepeners that hypnotherapists use. They'll go through the full induction and then they'll go into this deepener. So this deepener relies on counting up or down. The counting defines a period of time when the client will relax. And with each number that is counted, the hypnotherapist will make suggestions such as deeper and relax. So most therapists will start from 10 and they'll go and 9 as you're relaxing deeper and deeper, going down the stairs, and 8. All of your body is relaxing now, and 7. Some people use a confusion deepener, and a confusion numeric hypnotic deepener goes like this. As you go forward into the future, 3 more steps down because you're too relaxed to move, and 1 last moment and you're there. Now what I actually did was I actually counted down 4, 3, 2, 1, but I did it in such a way that the client became confused as to the number 4 or forward into the future. So you can use hypnotic language in some really, really awesome ways to go into these numeric hypnotic deepeners. I'll show you some more on that in just a moment. Hi Megan, how you going, gorgeous? Natural phenomena hypnotic deepeners are fascinating and they're absolutely fantastic for analytical clients. These are ones with an idiometer response where the finger will twitch or the arm will begin to levitate, or they'll go into a catalepsy. One of the best ways to explain this deepener, if you're just learning, is when somebody is sleeping in a car and they do the head bob. That is a natural phenomena of hypnotic deepener. So they're actually going into that theta wave, but they're keeping themselves alert but still asleep. Maybe your dad used to do it when he was sitting in front of the TV or something, and you'd go to change the channel on the TV and he'd be like, I was watching that. And that is actually a natural phenomena hypnotic deepener. That's where they're almost in sleep, but they're in that theta wave. And if you simply say to that person whilst they're doing the head bob in the car, just relax. You can relax now. I'll let you know when you can wake up. They'll actually go to sleep. They'll relax their head back. You're giving them permission, which is a suggestion, so that they can actually go to sleep. The idiometer response is fantastic, and I'll be teaching you more about that later in this training. Visual engagement hypnotic deepeners. Now these ones are very, very common. This is where the client will focus on an internal imagery and they'll go on a journey away from their current situation. So they'll imagine that they're in a rainforest or on a beach or in a boat or something like that. So you will choose the theme based on your client's input, what they talk about, and then you'll take them on an imagery journey away from the current environment that they're in, away from the situation that they're in, whether they're in that chair or whether you're doing it out in public, on the street, whatever. You'll take them away from that current reality. Dissociative hypnotic deepeners are one of my favorite. These deepeners ask the client to separate themselves from their current time and space. So you'll ask them to float up out of their body. And this is a great technique for pain elimination and quantum unconsciousness. This is where they actually start to disassociate themselves from the physical world and go into a more of a hypnotic state where they are free of pain, where they're free of the problem. You can also do future pacing and projection. So that's really, really good for motivation for sports and things like that. And many therapists will actually combine all of these deepeners within the session in a really, really crafty way. So let's learn some convincers and deepeners. This is your basic starter pack, so let's get you started. Convincers are done before the deep trance hypnosis. So you go through your induction, you then do your deepener, and that's when you'll go into your convincer. A small eye fixation can be done during the hypnosis session, where they'll actually fixate on an item on the wall or something like that, and then you'll get them to relax. But you'll see more of that in the bigger scripts that are available in the manual. A full structure of the session is available in the training, so if you want all of that, click on the link below, go over there and sign up. But for now, we're just going to focus on learning this part, and it will all come together at the end. So the balloon convincer is one of the most common ones that you will learn when you're learning basic hypnosis. So here's some things to take note of. Ask the client permission to touch the wrist. You always must ask a client permission if you're going to touch them at any stage. Later on in the training, you will learn things like anchoring, where you need to actually ask permission. So always ask the permission, is it okay if I just touch you on the hand? So this one, you're going to ask them, is it okay if I just touch you on the wrist? Once they confirm yes, then you're ready to go. If it's a no, it's a no, be done with it, move on to something else. This convincer can be done while sitting down or standing up. So gauge your client's core strength and their abilities, because they will actually be raising their hand. For greater effect, I ask my client to close their eyes because I want them to focus on that balloon. When your client closes their eyes, begin to act out the part as well. As much as the client has their eyes closed, they can still feel your energy and you're expressing it through your voice. Use your tonality to engage your client and ensure that you are putting them fully into that journey. Now, the sections that are in the instructions in the manual are actually in green for you, so please do not read those parts to your client. They're instructions for you. So here we go. Now what you'll do is you will ask your client to go ahead now and raise their right arm in front of them till it's parallel with the floor. It can be at any level that they choose, whatever's comfortable for them. And then you will go on with the script. Notice how perfectly relaxed your arm and hand and fingers feel. Notice a pleasant and powerful feeling of relaxation flowing from your shoulder, down into your arm and all the way down into your hands and your fingers. I have a big bunch of helium balloons just for you. They are fun and wonderful. I'm going to tie a string from the balloons around your wrist, and this is when you will softly touch the wrist. That's when you will do that anchoring of the balloons. So you will say to your client, I'm going to tie the string of balloons around your wrist, and then you softly touch the wrist. Now, as the balloons float up higher, you feel your arm becoming lighter and lighter. Your arm lifts up higher and higher. The balloons are causing your arm to lift higher and higher. That's right, lighter and lighter, so incredibly light, floating higher and higher, all the way up until your arm points all the way towards the beautiful sky. And the client's arm will start to raise up. And this is a convincer where they're like, oh wow, I'm actually being hypnotized. And then once you've done that, you'll ask your client, now open your eyes. They'll look at that arm like, oh, my arm went up. Oh, wow. This is part of a convincer that will help them to go, wow, I am being hypnotized. This is fantastic. So the balloon convincer is really, really good fun to do with your clients. You can do this one when you're out on the street. You can do it in public, or you can do it in your room when you're getting that client in for the first time and you're explaining what hypnosis is all about. Now, cranking the fingers is a really fun convincer, and you've probably done this one at school. It's one of the most common ones that most kids did as a child. Now, this convincer can be done with the eyes open, and it's great fun, and it's very, very powerful. So start by asking your client to place their hands out in front of them exactly like the picture shows. Tell the client to press the two pointer fingers together as hard as they can. You will finish the script, and when you finish the script, you will ask them to pull their two fingers apart, and they will find that these fingers will come apart, and then they'll keep pulling back together like they're magnetic. So get them to cross their fingers and point out their hand, and it's just like they've got a gun, like pew pew pew, pew pew pew. That's all they're doing. Okay, now what you're going to do from here is you will have your client's hands like this, and you'll be going like this on either side of your hands, going, there's a crank, there's a crank, there's a crank. Okay, so you'll get your client to push their hands out, And then you'll say to your client, this is what you're going to say to your client. Now press those two fingers together, the pointer fingers. Press those two fingers together. Now press them together harder, harder, firmer now, harder. That's right. Harder now, harder now. Keep pressing them together. Now relax those two fingers and they will start to come apart a bit again like magnets. Pull the fingers apart and you will find that they will simply want to come back together like they're magnets. This is very good. Now, the reason why the hand actually does this is because of muscle memory, because we've forced it to actually push all of that energy into the muscle, and then the muscle memory actually takes time to wear off as such. So what we're actually doing is we're coming in with a muscle memory response here, and we're getting them to push it, and then as soon as they go to release, the muscle memory will go, oh, no, we've got to release the pressure here first before we can actually relax. And your client will be like, my fingers I keep trying to pull them apart, but they keep wanting to come together automatically. And this is a muscle memory response. Now, once you've done your crank your fingers, make sure you cancel the selection. Cancel the selection as well. So make sure you say to them, you can relax your hand now. Okay, so make sure you cancel that, because many people will be like, oh, well, I don't know how to relax. I don't know how to relax. So make sure you cancel that. Magnetic hands is a really great convincer for clients that can use their imagination. They imagine that their hand is a powerful magnet and the other hand is metal. This is a version based on E. Arthur Winkler's convincers, and you must ensure that your client is open to using their imagination and suggestion. These are highly suggestible clients. These are the ones that you really, really want in your clinic because they want change and they can actually use their imagination. They can pretend, they can sort themselves out towards that they can sort themselves out towards their future. Now, a highly resistant or analytical client will not probably apply themselves to this convincer. So if you get a client that's like, oh, hypnosis doesn't work, or I can't visualize, or I can't imagine, or, they're coming across with excuses like that. Hi, how you going, beautiful? If you're coming across a resistant client like that, then by all means, don't do this one on them because they're not going to comply themselves to it, okay? So you'll just set yourself up for failure, you'll set your client up for failure, and then all of a sudden you've got this whole negative circle going on, okay? So only use this one for people who are just like, I want to do hypnosis, yes, pick me. Or if you're like, do you have the power of your imagination? They're like, yeah. They're the kind of clients that you want to do magnetic hands on. So here's the script for the magnetic hands, okay? Place two hands out in front of your chest so that your palms are facing inwards, okay? Make sure that the hands are apart by about 10 centimeters or 6 inches. Now you say to your client, now imagine that your right hand is a powerful magnet and your left hand is metal. Focus all of your attention on that right hand and feel that magnetic power of that hand growing stronger and stronger. As the powerful magnet that is your right hand grows in strength, your left hand moves even closer. In a moment, I'm going to count from 1 to 5, and with each number I count, your right hand doubles that magnetic power. As your left hand draws closer, as I count from 5 now, your hands begin to stick together automatically. So 1. Your magnetic right hand doubles that magnetic power as that metal left hand draws closer. 2. Feel the powerful magnetic attraction. 3. Notice that magnetic power of your right hand. It's irresistible. The hands just want to touch. 4. You're almost there. On the next count, your hands will be stuck together tightly. And 5. Your hands are stuck together as if they are one. Your hands are now stuck together so tightly together. It's as if they have been glued together with the most powerful glue in the world. And even if you wanted to, you wouldn't be able to pull them apart. Go ahead and try and pull them apart and notice your hands will remain stuck together. And your client will stick their hands together. Make sure you use your body language when doing this. So don't touch the hands, but you can say your hands are coming together. Your hands are coming together. Use your expression. Like I said, when I was doing it, I use my tonality. Feel that powerful magnetic attraction. Make sure you use your tonality, okay? And those hands will get stuck together and your client will be like, my hands are stuck together. My hands are stuck together. This is really great for stage hypnosis, street hypnosis, and things like that. So once you've done that convincer, make sure you cancel it, okay? Because otherwise your client will be like, well, What do I do to relax? And more people would rather be tight and tense about something than relaxed about something. That's just what we do in order to protect ourselves. So make sure you cancel this hypnotic suggestion. And the way you do that, you say to them, now, on the count of 3, you will relax your hands completely and they will come apart easily. And you can relax yourself as deeply as you possibly can. 1, 2, 3. And then you click your fingers. You're clicking your fingers to create a response in the mind that will create alert, where they're just like, oh, what just happened? It's like a breaking state. So make sure you cancel out those magnetic hands. Otherwise, your client might stay in that tense stage, and you want your client to be in a more relaxed state. That's what your aim is to do. Eye convincers is done during deep trance hypnosis and after the deepener. There's full instructions on this in the bigger scripts available in the manual, which you'll see later on. Now, the eye convincer is really, really easy to do, okay? So you've gone through your induction, you've done your deepener, and you'll just say to them, okay, so now relax and close your eyes. I'm going to count from 1 to 3. With each number I count, your eyelids will become heavier and heavier. At the count of 3, you will find you can't open your eyes, even if you try. You will find with a little bit of delight, you simply cannot open them. 1, 2, 3... That's fine, don't even try. There's just relaxed and they're so heavy. Your eyelids are returning to normal now. And your client will be sitting there with their eyelids closed and they won't open their eyes. I'm like, oh, I just can't be bothered. I just can't be bothered opening my eyes. And that's where you'll notice inside that script, it says you will find with a little bit of delight. So you're actually giving them a suggestion that they are happy that their eyes are not opening, that they are relaxed and that their eyes are so heavy. So make sure you do that one as well. It's really, really easy. You just simply read it inside the scripts. All of the scripts are in the manual and will guide you through how to do that. Now, if you get a client that does open their eyes, you haven't relaxed them enough in that deepener and in that induction when you first started. So just simply go back a few steps and start over again. Ask the client to just relax and listen to the tone of your voice. Imagine, pretend that they are going on a journey. The Lemon Convincer is the most popular and the most recognized guided visualization convincer. So there are some people out there that are convinced they can't visualize. They're like, nah, I can't have imagination, I can't pretend, I can't visualize, sort of thing. So this client will assist your client to open their minds at any time. Okay, so if you do this one for someone that's like, no, I can't picture the future, or they're so analytical, you can do this one and then get a different biochemical response. So this one is the most common. So what you do is you ask your client to gently close their eyes. So gently close your eyes, and as you do this, take a nice deep breath in. Imagine or pretend that you're at home in your kitchen. Look around your room and pay attention to the sounds and the sights and the lights. Listen to the hum of the refrigerator. Walk over to the refrigerator, and as you do, pay attention to your footsteps as you walk across the floor. You may or you may not hear your steps on the floor. Slowly open the door to the refrigerator. Feel the cool air as it spills onto your face. Hear the suction of the seal from the fridge as the door releases. Now today, whether you normally have one or not, today there is a lemon in your refrigerator. Just look at that lemon. Pay attention to its colour. As you reach in, you take the lemon. Notice the colour and the texture on its skin, the cool temperature, the size and the shape. So what you're doing in that part is you're engaging every single sense that was explained in the first lot of videos. So you're engaging visually, you're engaging colour, you're engaging temperature, like touch and feel, size and shape. Then after you've done that, you say to them, now take the lemon. Take the lemon over to a place where you would normally cut up fruits or vegetables. Take out a knife. Slowly and safely slice the lemon open. You may have noticed that the juice as it eases out of the lemon onto your fingertips. The smell of citrus trickles to your nasal passages. That's where you're bringing in the olfactory, the smell part. Reach down and take a piece of lemon. Smell the fragrance. Now open your mouth and take a big bite into the lemon. Feel the taste and the juice as it squirts in your mouth and on your tongue. Experience the increased salivation and notice the tart and tangy feeling. Now open your eyes. Once you've gone through that, you will find that your client will reach 2 different responses by the end of that script. So if they fully engage themselves, they will get 2 different responses. So 1, they'll have more saliva in their mouth. Or 2, once you say to them, take a big bite out of that lemon, they'll go, ooh. So you're getting a biochemical response here with the power of their imagination, where somebody's like, I can't visualize, I can't pretend, I can't. So you're actually engaging them in more. Once you've gone through that script, you can say to them, what did you notice? And they're like, oh, I've got so much saliva in my mouth now, I'm swallowing all the time. And then you say, well, what did you experience? They're like, oh, well, I could really feel myself in my own kitchen, sort of thing. And what senses were stimulated? Oh, the sourness. Allow your client to answer. Allow them to engage in the experience. And whilst they're doing this, you're simply nodding your head, yes, yes, yes. You're giving them that confirmation that that is exactly what you're doing. Then you'll explain to your client, your increased salivation was a biochemical, physiological response from the thought. And every thought that you have creates some type of biochemical, physiological response in some part of your body. What the mind possesses, the body expresses. And this is where you start to wow people. They're like, oh, wow. Yeah. Oh, wow. Maybe I can be hypnotized. So they're starting to relax a bit. It's more that they just don't understand hypnosis. Everybody can be hypnotized. It's just that they don't understand hypnosis because it's been projected in the movies as some kind of mind control, or in the cartoons and stuff like that. They don't actually just understand it. That's all it is. Now, when it comes to your deepeners, there are many different styles of deepening, okay? This is just a few to get you started. As you move along through your hypnosis and NLP career, you will accumulate more and more of these, and you'll settle on your favorites. Deepeners are spoken to the client at half the normal talking speed. So you'll go through your induction and then you'll do your deepener. So please be patient with this part. Sure, we want to get everybody to the part where they get the crescendo and they get their results and they open up their eyes and like, oh, the problem is gone. But you must be patient because this client is learning to relax. It's the same as trying to go to sleep in the car. You've got to just slowly put yourself down and relax deeper and deeper. So talk at half the normal speed when you're doing a deepener, and be patient. If your client is doing a bit of a twitch and stuff like that, slow it down even more, because they may have a central nervous system that is a little bit overloaded with stress, and as soon as they start to relax, they'll get like this jolt of the legs or the heads or the arms. So just slow it down a little bit more. So relaxing your tongue. This deepener creates a focus on relaxing the tongue, and then the client is asked to relax different parts of their body at the same time as they relax their tongue. People don't think of their tongue as a muscle to relax, so that's why this one works really, really fantastically for analytical clients. So remember, deepeners are done after the induction, and you'll see more of this in the scripts later on. So what you'll do to your client is you'll go through your induction, and then you'll say to them, and continue to breathe deeply and rhythmically. For the next little while, each inward breath, focus your awareness on your tongue. With each inward breath, relax your tongue completely. Focus your awareness on your tongue. Relaxing your tongue helps you to become more focused, helps you to bring your powerful subconscious mind to the forefront. You can notice that as your tongue becomes more deeply relaxed, with each passing breath, your whole body relaxes. On your next out-breath, as you relax, your tongue relaxes the muscles in your neck and shoulders. Feel the deep state of relaxation penetrate the muscles of your neck and shoulders. Relaxing your tongue only helps you to relax deeply, but it also helps you to clear your mind so that you can become more focused on what's really important, which is creating what you choose to create for yourself. By quietening your mind, it allows levels of your mind to become highly focused and integrated, which allows you to create more effectively and more powerfully. On the next out-breath, as you relax your tongue, relax the muscles in your arms. Allow that relaxation to spread all the way down to your hands and fingers. Relaxing down further now. As the relaxation spreads down your chest to your torso, down and down to your pelvis, deeper and deeper. Down and down your thighs, your knees. You're going down your shins and to your feet. Going down and down into each and every toe. You can stop relaxing your tongue now and focus on going inside. Now that deepener is done at half the speed, and the reason why we've chosen the tongue is because the tongue is the most used muscle in the body that doesn't get a chance to relax, because people are constantly like blap, 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 or they're eating. So the tongue is very, very fit. And there's also a suggestion in there that is stating as you relax your tongue, so it's telling them to go more quiet and to let go of their opinions as well. So they're relaxing their tongue and they're not involving themselves in situations that are going to hurt them in the future. Fractional relaxation and deep breathing. This induction blends two techniques. One is fractional relaxation and the other one is deep breathing. Fractional relaxation is a technique that involves relaxing different parts of the body one area at a time, where they begin to focus on it. Deep breathing is absolutely fantastic for highly stressed clients that have trouble relaxing, and it's because they do a lot of shallow breathing and they're always uptight. So getting them to actually use their whole diaphragm and getting them to relax more is programming them that their breathing can keep them relaxed and they can still be just as productive. So the script goes like this. Go ahead right now and take a deep, calm, relaxing breath in. And as your client does that, you repeat it. You mirror your client like. And as you exhale, allow your shoulders to drop and sink into the chair. Take yourself to a new and deeper level of relaxation. And this is where I'll pause for about 7 seconds, because this is called 7-11 breathing, where they're starting to slow down their breathing. I'm not forcing them to take any of those breaths in. I'm just allowing them to take deeper breaths for a longer period of time. So once I've paused for those few seconds, I'm breathing deeply. I'll say to them, breathing deeply is one of the easiest and the most effective ways to relax. So begin now to slow down your breathing. Breathe deeply, measuring your breaths so that you can inhale. You do it as well. And exhale are at the same length. For the next several breaths, just focus your mind on your breathing. And now I'm going to pause for 10 seconds, which is just a little bit longer. This is also showing your client that it's okay if I'm not talking during the session and that they can relax without people guiding them and without people constantly talking them. So once I've done that, I'll say to them, continue to breathe deeply and slowly. Allow your body to relax and let any tension stored in the muscles of your body to melt away like snow on a warm day, melting quickly and easily. Notice your jaw area becoming loose and limp, completely relaxed. Relax your mouth and your tongue and your teeth. Notice how many other remaining tightness is felt left in your muscles of your body, and it's just melting rapidly away. Loosening up those muscles from your head all the way down to your toes. Notice your neck and shoulders relaxing so easily. Your shoulders and your arms. Your chest and upper back. Your abdomen area. Your hips. Notice how that script is picking out parts of the body. That is your fractionation part. And on the next breath out, relax your whole being. And then pause. It's like you're giving them permission. You're allowing them time to do this. Don't rush your client. Allow them time to do this. And then confirm it. It feels so wonderful to relax your mind and body. And fractionation is a really, really great thing to do. You can say to people, now relax your mind, just focusing on your head, just focusing on your head. It's really great for headaches, shoulder pains and things like that. It is really, really good fun to do as well. Counting your breaths. This is highly effective deepener for very stressed, uptight clients, and it works well for clients that don't like to let go and relax. So they don't want to feel vulnerable as such. Or maybe they're just like, I can't relax, I can't relax. They've been telling themselves that for so long. So counting the breaths can really, really help them as a deepener. So this is the script you'll go through. So now to get started, make sure you are comfortable and relaxed. In just a moment, I'm going to ask you to begin to simple breathe deeply. Just a deep breathing practice, during which you will breathe slowly and evenly. 5 seconds on the inhale, counting the seconds as you draw your breath in, and then hold for a moment and exhale for 5 seconds. Again, counting your breaths as you make sure to empty out all of the air from your lungs. Then you're going to pause for a moment and repeat. So you're actually teaching your client to do this. You can do this with their eyes open or their eyes closed. So you'll say to your client, breathe in for 5 seconds. Hold it for a moment. And then exhale 5 seconds. And as you breathe, follow the journey of your breath and notice how your stomach gently rises and falls with each breath. You're getting them to slow down their breathing. By focusing on your breathing and following the journey of your breath, your thinking mind begins to slow down. And the part of your mind that is pure and unconscious awareness, it begins to come forward and become highly focused. The breathing script is really, really effective. Then you say to your client, go ahead now and begin to breathe deeply, counting your breaths. 5 seconds on the inhale, then pause. 5 seconds on the exhale and pause again and repeat. Remember, on each exhale, you make sure to empty out all of the air from your lungs. As you breathe, allow yourself to relax more deeply with each breath. Over the course of time, as you practice this meditation, you can always choose to take longer, deeper breaths. Just make sure that your breaths are always easy and comfortable, and that you keep your in-breaths and out-breaths at the same length. Your client will be doing this whilst listening to your instructions, and then I pause for 15 seconds. I'm pausing for that period of time longer and longer to give them permission to slow down. After the pause, I'll say to them, there are many wonderful benefits associated to breathing deeply. Deep breathing helps you to calm down, relax, which helps you to reduce stress, and that's what your client is there for. Deep breathing also increases the level of oxygen in your blood, which has an incredible calming effect on your mind, soothing the mind and bringing with it the amazing feeling of serenity, a calm, quiet feeling that becomes more profound with every breath you take. Notice on the next exhale, this is where you're giving a command now, notice on the next exhale just how relaxed the muscles of your neck and shoulders are. Notice how smooth and loose those muscles feel. And then pause for about 8 seconds so that they can actually confirm to themselves, yes, I am relaxing. And then continue on. And you might also notice just how deeply relaxed the muscles of your arms and legs are. Notice how they're becoming more deeply relaxed by the moment. So deeply relaxed, so heavy, that even if you wanted to, you'd have difficulty moving them. That's your convincer part. Even if you wanted to, you'd have difficulty moving them. And it's amazing how quickly and easily you can relax your body and mind simply by breathing in a deep rhythmic pattern. That one's really, really fantastic for those that are always in a rush, always stressed, always like, I've got to get this done. Slow them down. Give them permission to slow down and relax. Highly stressed out people are fast moving people, so make sure you give them the time to relax. Then say to them, on your next out breath, send a powerful wave of relaxation through your body from your head all the way down to your toes, relaxing all nerves, muscles, tendons and ligaments, and penetrating and relaxing every bone in your body. That's where you're giving a command. You can stop counting your breaths now and relax your mind even further. And this is where they stop counting, they stop being analytical, and they just relax into their natural ability to breathe. Candle flame. This deepener uses eye fixation and visualization to help focus the mind and simulate going to sleep. So ask the client to close their eyes and then proceed. This is where they actually begin to focus on what it is that they want. This is a very rapid deepener, and it's really, really awesome to do. So the script for this one: picture a flame of a candle right in the center of the space between your eyebrows. Watch closely as the flame dances and flickers. You just may notice that the muscles of your eyelids are trembling ever so slightly. Just make sure you keep your eyelids closed as you watch the dancing flame, and then allow them to watch that flame that they're imagining, picturing, visualizing inside their mind. And then I'll say to them, go ahead and lower your eyes and allow yourself to relax deeper. So even though they've got their eyes closed, they're focusing on that candle that's in between their eyebrows. So they're actually raising their eyes up a little bit. So this is where they're putting themselves into a learning state. And then I'll ask them to lower their eyes a little bit. So they'll lower where they'll actually go into a relaxation state where they start to drift deeper. So I'll say to them, go ahead and lower your eyes and allow yourself to relax deeper. And then I'll wait. Now once more, raise your eyes upwards and watch that dancing flame. This time notice the various colors of the flame. So they're going back into that learning state. And then I'll pause there for 7 seconds whilst they're in that learning state. And then I'll say, now lower your eyes again and relax as deeply as possible as you can. So you're actually getting them to enforce the stress, relax. Enforce the stress, relax. And you're giving them the time to do that, okay? It's really, really easy, and it's amazing the amount of clients that'll do that, and then suddenly you were just like, and relax, and they're gone. They're just so relaxed. They're like, yep, I'm good, I'm happy, I trust the process. It's really easy. Now, the meadow staircase is a staircase deepener. Many hypnotherapists use the staircase, and this is a countdown deepener that's most commonly used by therapists, okay? So it can be any kind of staircase you want, as long as you make sure that your client understands that the staircase is safe and secure. So you can use any kind of staircase you want. It doesn't have to be in a meadow. It can be in a forest. It can be leading down to a beach. It can be in a house. It can be anywhere at all. And your script goes like this. Imagine yourself at the top of a staircase. This staircase leads you to a beautiful forest, garden, beach, whatever it is that you've networked with the client. So I'll say to them, this staircase leads you to a beautiful meadow, a natural place of great tranquility and peace. You're so ready now to experience peace and calmness within yourself and within your life. There are only 10 steps between you and the feeling of peace that you want to experience. In a moment, I'm going to count from 10 down to 1. And with each step I count, you'll take a step down, drifting deeper and deeper, relaxing more with each step you take. And then you'll start to count them down. This is giving your client a notification time period to when they will release that place of relaxation. Many years ago, they used to tell people in order to go to sleep at night that they would count sheep. And that way they would get to a stage where after they were counting sheep, it's like they had an end time of when they could count and then a permission to relax. So 10, going down and feeling so relaxed. So you count down and then you're giving them confirmation on what it is that they should be feeling. 9, feeling so relaxed and calm. 8, going deeper and deeper down. 7, more relaxed with each step. 6, getting closer now. 5, more and more relaxed. 4, feel all your problems just melting away. 3, deeper down. 2, so incredibly calm and relaxed. And 1, all the way down now. And once you've taken your client through that, that's when you can go into a convincer where you can say to them, as your eyes are closed there, you'll find that you cannot open them, so that convinces them that they're in hypnosis, and then you can move on to the rest of the scripts. Okay, so go and have some fun with those. These are the kinds of things that you can just practice you know, I've even practiced it on my cat when I was first starting out. See if I could put her to sleep just with the tone of my voice. Practice it on your family and your friends and things like that. If you want to do some practice, then post on here and I'm sure somebody will jump on board and help you out. We all want to get some hypnosis and you can all play swapsies. So practice your deepeners and convincers. It's a really, really cool fun. So please join me in the next video. I'm going to be teaching you all about suggestibility test, and this is how you can actually do some street hypnosis, or you can do clinical hypnosis, and you can create suggestions that your client is actually going to take on board so they can get the positive results that they are looking for. So otherwise from that, have an awesome day everybody and stay cool. Okay, bye-bye. Mwah.